resource.
Nonchalant. I know I've heard that before, but I used to give that what that meant. Is that a bad thing? I think some, like, you take these two extremes and then they're bad things. I mean, you take any of these two extremes as well, they also.
I think nonchalant is where I go.
Yeah, kind of like indifferent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sort of just pretty relaxed. Nonchalant.
Yeah.
I feel like that's how you should say. Alright, does anyone have like any of the, like, their major traits that they figured out? You don't want to share? What's your biggest trait? Like probably creative. I'm always coming up with ideas and that kind of stuff. Creative. Positive, creative, and driven. Driven is good. I like driven. Driven is nice. Anyone else in the chat?
I've been told that I'm very resourceful.
Resourceful.
Yeah, so I can use like junk and bits and pieces and make things.
That's so good. I want to be resourceful. How do you be resourceful?
Recycle.
Recycle, yeah. It means you can do well in situations where you may not be given much. You might not have enough time, or you might not have enough space, or whatever. But you'll make it work. No matter, for me, I'm like, I need like $1,000 to do this. I need like 3 months of free time to do this.
That's not the most.
Yeah. But really, a resourceful person would say, I just need a week. Give me a week. I want to be like that. So, has anyone not done that yet? I don't want to like go on too quickly, but then I also don't want people to do it straight away to go away. Reminds me of high school. I would always write some neatly to attain the 80s. So question 2 is, list all the activities or skills you have ever excelled in. I put here in gray, be generous with yourself, because we're all quite hard on ourselves when we think about what we're skilled at. We're all like, I'm not skilled at anything. I'm not really particularly good at any one thing. But even if you're not a master of one thing, you may have competency in a lot of other things. And so they're all still skills. Me, I'll show you one thing. I did multimedia as my degree, so I have a lot of animation, film, music, graphic design, game design, all the creative, fun stuff. That's where all my skills lie, because I spend a lot of my time just doing that in my free time. Think about the jobs that you've done in the past. Let's just try and empty your mind and think of the first thing that sort of springs up. I fill out all those lines. What's that? You do that? Yeah, you're going to need one. Yeah. Yeah. Fast drive. It is good if you actually do have someone to ask. Because, as I said, we do downplay our own skills. If you can ask someone, they will tell you what they think you're good at. If you've got a partner or a friend who knows you well. What do we got? What do we got, Darren? Adaptability. And making it happen. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I believe that. Gaming's good. What do you want to be specific with it? Like, what specific games are you good at? FPS. It's just really good at. Yeah, quick learning. That's good. It's really good when you put your traits down and your skills down. You can sort of start all linking the two together and going, oh, that's why I've sort of decided to go down that, because it's part of my personality. If you are creative, you want to express your creativity through art, film, animation, music, and and quite often we don't sit down and think about this. We don't put enough the time invested into ourselves, which is so important. As I said, we are the product and the sales. Yeah. Have you started doing that? Yeah. It's kind of annoying.
Yeah, it is.
What else we got? Who else
Check
got some mad skills? Yeah, see, we're all embarrassed about it. No one wants to be like, I'm skilled at this. What are you skilled at?
Running.
Running.
Always good.
Yeah.
Hairdressing. Food preparation, creation, decor,
Yeah. So do you find that you know, you're quite interested in health and stuff like that, and well-being and lifestyle? Because that's what the next step after this is actually just listing what you're interested in. This is the fun stuff, because I'm interested in a lot of different things, and this is what counts, because when you really know what you're interested in and what you're passionate about, that's when you can start going, okay, so if this is what I'm passionate about, what do I want to do with my life? Generally, you'll want to follow your passion. So past and present, list all of your interests. These can be any of your skills, but can also include what you would like to be good / better at, or know more about. So they're not necessarily skills, but something like, I'm fascinated with physics. I really don't know much about it, but I'm fascinated by physics. And I will read into it. Particle physics, quantum mechanics, it's really fascinating to me. But I'm so, like, I so have ignorance about it because it's such a huge topic. But it's still there, and I still list it. Don't worry about the skill level. I have a huge list of what I'm interested in. Yes, they're all phases of my life. When I was a teenager, I was into free running and parkour and jumping off buildings. I'll do that now. Don't worry if it's in the past, just write it down, because it's going to help going back through your life and thinking about what you got the most joy out of doing. I got a real sense of freedom when I did parkour. It was like a big up yours to society and your rules, man. I'm not going to walk down these stairs, I'm going to jump over them. It's quicker. That's the fun stuff. Anyone have the same interests as me? Probably not. They're very niche. You got film? Yeah, I'll probably.
Music production.
Yes. So not lucid dreaming. Do you know what that is? Probably definitely is. Lucid dreaming.
Yeah. Is that the one where you can actually sort of know that you're in the dream?
Yeah.
You control video games have it? Yeah.
That consumed my life for a good year.
Yes, a little.
I can, but I don't actively pursue it as much anymore.
What is it?
So it's where you just realize that you're dreaming while you're dreaming. So you're kind of in your dream, you're like, hang on, I'm dreaming. Cool. And you're like, I can do whatever I want. You kind of just like go around and kind of like, I don't know, my typical thing was I'd just like punch people and like just kind of like, you know, do whatever. But it's funny you mentioned that. I don't do as much anymore. When I do it, I actually try and get more of a physical thing out of it, as in like, it's sort of weird, but I try and find a box in the dream and place like a thought in it. I don't know, this is getting a bit weird, but
It's very inception.
it's very inception, yeah. Because when you're in a dream, you're in your subconscious, and that's where your belief system is. So if you can kind of change, I figure like if you're in a lucid dream, you can change your belief system, come out with something positive. Rather than just like messing around in a dream, actually come out with something physical in reality. So,
Well, it is say before you fall asleep is the best time to be, you know,
was really, he was a gatekeeper apparently to self-consciousness. It's at its most vulnerable.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get to that next with our belief system. We're going to get to that. So what are we interested in? Who's got some mad interests? They're pretty crazy. Are they lucid dream crazy? Yeah. Boring.
Yeah, I can take it. I've got music production, martial arts, flying, options, FX share, and trading, film. So all those I've done. Film is what I want to get into, and of course, and production.
It's really interesting. So, with all of that, do you see there's any similarities and comparisons between them? Because in mine, there are some really, really consistent themes. So for parkour and free running, it's freedom of the body basically. Lucid dreaming is freedom of the mind. And my music and my animation and all my creative aspects are freedom of expression. So they're all types of freedom. So I found that one of my beliefs in the next section is actually based off a lot of my interests.
Yeah, I think you're right, because the flying, I was scared of flying before I stepped on it. That was a commercial stage, so we were all down that track. That was a control thing, I think.
Control.
The martial arts, definitely control the situation. The music production is definitely creative. If I don't go and do some music for a while, I feel something missing. And I get so absorbed in it. It's just amazing. It's better than meditation.
Yeah.
And I suppose the shared training knowledge, these are deep rooted from when I was a kid as well, instincts. So I've knocked them off one by one what I wanted to do as a kid.
Yeah.
I don't know where that comes from, but
Yeah, well I found with me in particular, like, there was some really strong things. Also with all my brain training, my mental health and like my plasticity interests all lead to potential. So I'm really interested in freedom and the expression of freedom and potential possibilities, human potential, what's possible. That's something that I'm really excited about. So those, what my interests are led on to what I believe. So now in the next section, maybe take a look at some of your interests and try and link them together. See what kind of themes are playing around with your interests. And this is the hardest one of all the questions actually, because they are feelings by their very nature. It's very hard to express your beliefs, And actually, I've done a lot of research about this in the last week. I'm really fascinated with all this belief and value stuff. And basically, what I found out is they form in your limbic system of the brain, which is actually the part of your brain that is responsible for emotion and decision making. And it actually doesn't deal with rational, logical language thought. That's why it's so hard to express why we do things. We often say, oh, it just didn't feel right. Just felt right. Felt good. Just felt like something I needed to do. You know what I mean? So your beliefs may be a link between your different interests, and they may also be a link between your interests and skills. So I don't know. Have a go at trying to think about some of your values, what you really value in life. It's probably the most important question on here. So I'll make it for a sec. I'll put mine up so you've got some kind of reference. Walk around like a teacher. Good try. Hey guys, I'm really impressed. I was like, no one's going to write anything. They're going to think this is stupid. No? was researching something. Limbic system. Is it?
Oh, it's the voice space.
Yes, yes.
How long have you been in this?
Recently just got fascinated with it. There's a lot of different theories and stuff like that. But I just when I did it, okay, I am saying I am completely total same. I scored a 27 out of 40 on my test. I had about 17 sanguine weaknesses.
We went 21 years ago, we actually went to the course where they did all the course on it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I've got the good personality plus, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I did it once too. As part of being a manager, you had to do it. We speak with them. But they really, we spent 2 days on it.
Yeah.
And it's good. It really, ultimately was like,
What I like about it is it can give you really practical advice on how to be better. The best advice I was given was talk half as much. Even though it's going to be really painful and you're going to think that the other person's missing out on all the great stories, if you talk half as much, they're not going to know what they miss out on. It's just something that's new to us. And for phlegmatic, it's the opposite. Get rid of. Maybe I'll be the first one time it's when you want to do that. John, what do you reckon you are? Have you done any of that stuff before?
Basically, this is very useful. This showing second it's useful for managers. At the same time, I think if you're a fluid kind of person who's always having to meet with their wrong, I'm not a different person for always 6 months ago. So if I want to sit here and go through this list and say, oh, on these things, like which one am I talking about? The one that 6 months ago. Yeah. So I think this is really useful stuff. I'm not disagreeing about it, but I think it's very interesting. I've got more research to do.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? There's a
As well as 21 years ago.
yeah, I think I do change as well as I go. I think fundamentally I still am the same creative, optimistic CJ. Like I don't think that part of me is going to change. Other aspects of me may change, and I want them to change. I don't want to be grassy all the time. But and another good one is the Enneagram stuff. It's it has a whole other list of personality traits and stuff like that. So it's another good one.
In the language of life.
Yes, well that's
Good on Valentine's Day.
yeah.
We're doing some research.
Sometimes you just don't understand them, mate. So has anyone been brave enough to put any beliefs down? It's really hard. I probably spent a whole week doing it. So you may have written something down. You may change it later. Don't feel like you're locked down to something. But does anyone have any beliefs that they truly believe in? Oh, it's a big statement.
I've got to take control of my life. So
Control.
meaning that not content with doing what others want.
Okay.
So this has come from forward.
Yeah.
And being creative.
Creation.
Creation.
Yeah. It's a big one.
Gotta have it. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think creating also, I don't know, I feel like creating value for me is quite important in my life. I want to have something that's going to outlast my life. I think that's
Legacy.
Yeah. I think that's what everyone wants, and it's not easy, but I don't know. I want to make my mark, change the world a little bit. A lot. Not just a little bit, as much as I can. And that's why I'm so interested in potential, because I'm like, yeah, I have a lot of potential. I feel like I can do something special. It's just something you feel, you know? It's just something that you feel. It's a really exists. I'm putting words. How about you, Scott? You've got some values?
Yeah, he's implemented.
That's action.
So putting here as the front.
Yeah.
That's probably one thing.
That's something I wish I could do more. Take more action. I get wrapped up in it.
Everyone wants to finish what they want.
Yeah. As the same when I'm all over the place, I'm sporadic. I'm like, oh, this is really cool. Oh, physics. Oh, this is really cool. Lucid dream. Oh, this is like, I'm everywhere. And it means I've got so much excitement, but not much focus. If I could just focus my
But see, I see that as a different thing because there are always people on sort of on that line as well. Start things off, but there are other people that are better that come along and you hand it off.
if you can,
And they're the people that run with it and get it done, bring it to conclusion. I'm a bit like that myself. I like to start things off.
Yeah.
But if I have to sit there and do the same thing, I sort of get a bit bored then. What's next?
turn the page over. Who's loving the booklet, by the way? It's legit, right? Anyway, I was saying before, little disclaimer, I should have said this to begin with, but this is just an experiment, basically. I haven't refined this at all. This is just, I put it down. This is the way I figured out my shit. And I'm just hoping that maybe it'll benefit some of you guys. And you know, at the end of the session, we'll do some interviews, find out if it did help you, maybe find out some things that we can tweak. But yeah, let's keep moving on. So now is our goals. This is the last sort of question, I suppose. Okay, so these for me were the linking factors or themes of my interests, like I was saying before. These are scenarios you want to create. So unlike the beliefs, which I Chuck them down, even if it's you're going to spend all your life on it. Chuck them down. I mean, we are talking YouTube, so obviously sort of put your YouTube ones in. But you know, that's quite a bit of space there. So if you want to put your life ambitions, I did. I'll show you mine. Think of it as big as you can. I say. Like I said before, providing value that will last in life. These are some big ones. Think about your skills and your beliefs and your interests and sort of meld them all together. What can you do that's going to create value? What are you good at? What do you believe? What are you passionate about? So if you can, try and make it as specific as you can. The more clear the goal is, the more, I don't know, the better it is really. If you can clearly define your destination, it's easier to get there. It can be inspired by your beliefs, or maybe the result of your skills. That's a good way to think of it. So if I believe firmly in potential and possibility, then my goal is to see exactly what is possible. And I want to help people find their own potential, you know what I mean? I'm so excited by that. I feel like I can do that using my skills. I mean, that's why I made this whole group. I want to help people reach their potential. You guys are my guinea pigs at this point. We will refine this method. Packing this shit. Alright, who's got some lofty goals?
Me.
Alright,
I want to live till I'm 100.
oh, you could make that more lofty. Mine's 300. The way technology's going, why not? 300. 400, 500, whatever. It's limitless. That's a good goal though. Kind of keeps, it helps your decision making too, because if that's your goal, like it's going to change the way you eat, it's going to change the way you exercise, it's going to change everything.
Well, the patient I have been affected by cancer, so
Yes.
very, very young.
It's kind of like, up your life. Screw you, I'm going to look behind you.
Yeah.
Anyone else? I want to hear some goals because I want to get inspired. And I want to help you guys achieve them as well. Bit of freedom, provide more freedom for yourself. That's a big one for me too. I'm gonna travel around with my handpan, playing at markets, selling my USBs, music, meditation. It's gonna be good. I'm such a hippie. Next thing I need to do, my next goal is to grow some dreads. No, I'm not gonna do that. Your girlfriend wouldn't let me.
Had this conversation before, right?
Yeah. Anyone else want to share that? Did you get any stuff?
Yeah, it's been fun.
Veg stuff. You gotta be more specific.
You said stuff. You don't know what stuff is.
Yeah. Innovation. Yeah. Technology. That's technology. I'm excited right now about virtual reality. I'm super pumped for that. It's gonna change the world. Yeah. But that's gonna change everything. It's gonna change the way we work, it's gonna change the way we interact. I think the greatest technologies are the ones that really improve our interconnectivity. So the telephone that got invented, that changed the world.
I think the greatest intent of the market
Yeah, stuff that you use daily, couldn't live without. It's the best thing. Alrighty. Now that we're all in quite deep, we're feeling pretty deep and introspective. If you like, this is a bonus question. It's not really a question, but how do you feel about the things you've written down? What does that conjure up in you? Are you excited? Are you a bit scared? Are you overwhelmed by your ambition? I was like, holy crap, this is huge. Can I do this? So write down stuff that you feel. I think it's important through the process of our strategic plan to actually put some emotion behind it. Don't just say, this is what I want, blah, 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 blah. How do you feel about it? How do you communicate that feeling and that passion? That's what YouTube is all about. And if you don't feel like getting all emotional, then you can just skip to the next fun bit, which is basically filling in the blanks. You've got all your answers. All you got to do is flip back through and actually slot some of your answers into those blanks. So after each section, you would have chosen sort of 3 of your biggest indicators. And what I encourage you to do while you're filling in the blanks is actually, of those 3 that you've chosen, pick one that is really, really true. That is the biggest truth for you. So you'll notice my personality traits are best described as blank, blank, and predominantly blank. So if I go back through mine, it is hard. I think I said before, I'm probably predominantly creative. I've got just thoughts incoming all the time. Telling Darren I also mentioned before. Yeah, he agreed. It was good. It was a good invention. You want to know what it is? No, are you going to steal it? It's pretty good, man. It's a good little invention. It's a little bit expensive. I like everyone else.
It's all.
Oh, actually, I've already drawn it out, so it's good. What I do when I schedule daily routine is I break it down to 8 hours and 25. Then I section each activity into 1 hour, each quadrant. They can span 2 hours if I what I was thinking is actually have this as a whiteboard, a circular whiteboard that you can write on and actually incorporate an hour hand in it as well. That actually basically tells you the time as well as, so it gives you a bit of the answer when you're getting closer, and then it'll ding on each hour, gives you an answer. Office points, and you can make it yourself. Absolutely, just white metal. And you can buy the clock if you get some there as well.
Well, you actually,
Still like it.
you can actually adjust really good for that. It's a little bit on the premise. The easiest way would just be to use a straight off the shelf clock kit.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, just press. This is a press now.
Yeah.
And just along those surfaces, you want just not paint lines.
Yeah. Kind of weird. Really easy. You buy one? Yeah, I'll put it on an Etsy sale or something.
We're just having a slight problem with the audio, and that's only just because we can't get the an additional mic to pick up into this particular system that I'm using here. But hopefully as we go further down, we can work it out and get it better audio. So anyway, let's get back to...
Oh, we tried to make a business out of it. It didn't work at all. It was too new. Yeah, we were there earlier.
Absolutely.
And no one knew much. I think it was based on cubic centimeters, so it depends on what you want to. And it wasn't even as good as the new ones now. Like it had ridges all the way around because it was built like this layers, this polymer stuff. And then it was all rough. You had to sort of sand it. Still doesn't like. Something's broken in it, but it's probably fixable. Why interesting? That's what my parents bought it. Was that business? Flop. Biggest flop.
Well, unfortunately, some of the more forward ideas.
Well, it was ahead of its time.
It's like, for instance, the movie The Life of Pi had some of the greatest speaking things because also got imagine and the actual studio those and the reason why was simply still
Yeah. So, how are we all going with that? Where are you up to? Do you want to see my examples? Does that help at all?
yes.
Is it? I'm up to skills. I want to have a couple highlighted. So I think. See, self-teaching was a similar thing between all my skills. Basically, all those skills are self-taught. I mean, I did go to uni, but I didn't really learn a lot. A lot of people say. So self-teaching is probably one of my biggest skills. My ability to actually go and research something online and become skillful at it. It is a skill in itself. And I'm trying to become good at expression. I'm trying to be good at persuasion and communication. Because I do have so many ideas, I need to be able to communicate them. That's going to really help me go forward in the future. So those are all the skills I either have or want to have. Biggest interests. like I said, some of these are a bit old, so my latest interests are probably the ones that are at the end here. So virtual reality, huge fan of Hey, g'day. Actually, for those interested in virtual reality, there's a meeting here next Thursday. Is anyone going to that at all? It's a virtual reality meetup, and there's the guy who came here, and I met him, and we got so excited about what we were doing. We ended up hugging. I love this place. This is a great place.
CJ, sorry, what is this place? I got it right.
Okay, so this is like a creative collaboration. So the place there's a lot of people from other different industries who actually become a member here. They get an office space or they get a desk space. Or they have some kind of membership agreement, and it's basically just like a bit of creative collaboration going on between different industries. So we're doing our meetup, other people are doing their meetups in the seminar room. We've got our studio room being built. So it's a soundproof room that we're using for our productions. And yeah, there's all kinds of people like record labels,
Fashion designers, personal trainers, digital marketers, ski lawyers.
It's a really cool
And
space.
also you can talk stuff here as well.
Yeah, there's a photography. Oh, that's great. And it's going to build out. It's going to keep building it out. It's going to be amazing.
Just ignore me.
Is this a film or is this a photo?
Just hang with.
It's a hang with.
Just hang with.
Yeah, everybody.
Just ignore me.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought there. Yeah, it's a great spot. Great spot. Job's probably hanging around. I probably introduce us to it.
For all the people who use it as training, as YouTube, or could a regular dude like me fit in here?
And you know what? I think they actually do a dress code. If you remember, there's an actual dress code. But I don't know how enforced it is. I don't know, maybe just let bongs. That might be the wrong person.
Lawyers on there.
No big beards. Okay, so let's okay, virtual reality. Highlight for me. Brain change.
This is the gear I'm using to live stream. So it's a nice
Technology in general, really.
But when you got that on live stream, then switch off. Yes.
I'm a big one.
Logitech.
My favorites out of it.
Big
Technology.
day.
You get real buzz when I hear about new technology. Yeah, so that's good.
Switch.
Okay, getting down there, we're almost there. Police. I love finding my beliefs. These are great. I want to have some poster. I want to wake up to this every day. Potential. I don't think I'm going to ever stop believing in freedom. It's the greatest thing ever. Freedom to do what we want to do, to express ourselves. That's the poster.
Does that mean you're an anarchist, doesn't it? Freedom.
No, because I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to be free myself. Talking negative freedom for conflict. Abiding by the laws, obviously. I'm not doing like although parkour is a bit grey area. I got in trouble for that. People don't like you jumping off their buildings, it seems. You have the freedom to break your legs, it's fine. Yes, but then I could sue them, which I also have the freedom to do, which is stupid, but it's one of our stupid laws.
I think the courts would be free to throw that out.
Yeah, but that's always what people say. Oh, get off our buildings. If you break your legs, you'll sue us. Yeah. Yeah. I used to do it at school. We actually filmed one of my first YouTube videos. Actually, it was at school, jumping onto the balconies and all sorts of stuff. And I got sent up to the principal's office. And when he said, "Look, boys, there's three of us. I've seen your little video on YouTube." And as soon as he said that, actually, some part of me was like, "Oh my god, that's awesome! You've seen our video." Oh crap! I'm in trouble. And he's like, "What are you trying to do? You trying to kill yourself?" I'm not doing it. We're just having fun.
The real question is, have you subscribed yet?
Yeah, yes. He actually wanted us to take it down. I took it down. I think I uploaded it to like MySpace or whatever was the technology of those times.
School would probably be different anyways. Maybe your parents could sit there. The school's got a duty of care. There's some random place that you walk into and start climbing on the building. I don't think there's much duty.
Yeah. I guess people get iffy against their like residency. If I'm climbing on their balconies.
If you're intruding, that's fine.
Wasn't there some lawsuit in America?
See, I'm pretty sure that's
There's always a lawsuit.
everyone's.
Is it the one where the guy falls on the knife? Burger? I always hear that one.
Someone falling through a skyline and suing. It's like, I'm pretty sure that happened.
I always hear that story.
Yeah.
Everyone has that same story.
Sure, plenty of civilities like that, nothing.
Has everyone sort of got to the end of that there? One more goal. Now, I could have been more specific here actually, but I was sort of roughly putting it together last night. But my goal is to create tools and services that are going to help people's life, basically. Help them achieve their potential, whether it be in their careers, in their relationships, in at-home life, with their kids, sleeping, relaxing, all basically life. I want to improve people's potential. I want to help them achieve it, basically. Those are my goals. And now that is a long vision statement. But basically, in the next page, we want to simplify all of that into one concise sort of phrase, I suppose. Now, these are the start of your vision statement, but we want to refine this. So, to become a stand-up comic on Comedy Central, that's your goal. But what you want to do is actually say why you want to do that. Express your motive. So why do you want to become a stand-up comic on Comedy Central? Because you want to make people happy. Like Darren's one of Darren's ones. You want to make people laugh. You improve their mood. Basically, for a short period of time, improve their life. The next one might be your non-profit organization. You might be helping kids in Africa or something like that. So you want to say why you want to do that. What is it inside you that just compels you to do that? You feel compelled to help the needy, to give back to society. Some people give like 90% of their earnings or something to charity and 10% they keep. So those are the people who really believe that. So then you basically go through there and just sort of think about the whys. But this is what you want to do for your statement. Think it's something that you just, like I write here, yes, this is what I'm on the planet to do. You want it to feel like that. And when you read it out loud, you're like, that's the ticket. That's what I'm here to do. That's who I am. That's what I want to do. That's why I want to do it. That's how I'm going to get there. This is what your vision statement is. What you want to do and why you want to do it. It's great to feel passionate about something. This is for me. I did this week. It was like a little light bulb moment. I felt really good about it. That's why I want to just sort of pass it on to you guys. I'm hoping this is going to help you get there. Like I said, this was my process. If this hasn't worked particularly well for you, or you may feel a little bit iffy about it still, you can tweak it, okay? We can actually discuss this method after we're all finished and see any ideas that you guys have, any tweaks that you feel might be necessary to help people get a clearer vision statement. It might even be just talking with each other and then going, oh, okay, I really like yours. Maybe mine should sound a bit more like yours or something like that. Maybe in terms of the language they use, not the exact concepts. But the way you write it is quite important. To improve well-being through the use of technology to achieve potential. Sort of use your skill, your goal, and your why. If we go back to the start of this actual slideshow, you should have something that looks similar to your what, your how, and your why. Try and integrate that into your vision statement. What you want to do, why you want to do it, how you're going to get there. Anyone want to say that? Should we pass them around? Does anyone feel more comfortable passing around? Or what do we want to do? We can walk around the room and have a look at people. We'll do a little bit of I think Josh is not looking like he wants to get out of his chair. I really do think that this will benefit you, especially if you do feel like yours is a little iffy. If we can try and share. Darren, we do a share. Okay, just say that again and I'll write it up because I really like it. That's making you, sorry to publicize it so vividly, but so just read that out again.
So I want to produce and create interesting material. I think we were watching.
All the people validate. Okay. It feels good. I feel good reading. So if I feel good reading that, then that's got to be on the right track. You might tweak it here and there, maybe later in language and whatever, but I think that's really good one. Anyone else? Sorry, it's hard to follow that now. You probably don't know what shit that's good. Sure beats mine. My vision is crap. I've got no vision. Put mine down. Mine's a bit shorter and sweeter. Mine sounds a bit robotic, so I'm going to personalize mine a little bit more. So technology is the vessel. It's my how. I'm going to use technology to achieve potential. And that's why I'm so passionate about virtual reality, because I really do feel like it's going to break through the boundaries of human potential. And we're going to be allowed to do so much more fantastic. Anyone else? Who's got that vision statement? Who's completed the course for today? This is how you're going to lead. You can't lead until previous slide. These are just examples of people's goals. The very start. This. That one?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. What you want, how are you going to get it? Why do you want it? Why is the most important one? Because that's the one you need to communicate. And actually, the reason we're doing this is to progress on from this is to actually make our channel trailers and or our Patreon videos, whichever one you sort of choose to do. Because actually, YouTubers are now enabled fan funding, which I think I should share with some of you guys on Facebook. You can have your fans fund you on your own channel. And I set that up and I haven't received anything yet, but anyone can donate, you know. It's Google Wallet, so you just put in the money that you want. It's $1, $5, $10, you can name the price. And you can actually write a little comment, and everyone is going to see all the people who have donated. So if you're a donator, at least you kind of get some recognition. And as a content creator for us, we can actually make a thank you video to them. Every time they donate, they will see your thank you video. So it's something small at this point. It's not you go, you can't do it first. But
Do you know what the fees are for the YouTube?
what they take? Yeah. I read it somewhere. I'll try to find it.
Because Patreon is 5%. And
I think it might be the same.
yeah, I mean, that's really good low fee rate. One thing to be aware of, you get paid in the US for Patreon and probably for this as well, which means unless you get an employment identification number from the US, which you can apply for. So unless you do that, they'll pay 40% of your, the US government will pay 40% of their.
We're excited to bring fan funding to more countries.
There's a treaty between the US and Australia to stop the double taxation, but it doesn't apply unless you've got the proper number and you can file the paperwork.
There it is there. So that bit there.
The good thing about being paid in US dollars is you go to that trouble though, is with the current weakness of the dollar, you're
Yeah.
actually getting more money.
Yeah.
Use that money to buy more stuff at Amazon.
It's so fun.
5%. And then there'll be a currency conversion fee on top of that.
Yeah, US dollars. So,
But it's
something.
certainly like that.
Yeah. And actually, I'm getting a lot of good engagement on my channel now. That's why I really commented, because I'm like, oh man, a lot of people are really commenting and being engaged with it. So, and once you do start getting those comments, it's really good to acknowledge them. So I'm going to start making videos. And actually, when I hit my 1,000 subscriber, I'm going to do an individual thank you to all of them. It's going to be like an hour-long video. But because I do ASMR, I can actually list their channel names, their account names. So they get to give their own names. It's like a weird, but it's relevant to my channel. It makes sense. It makes sense.
So would you do the donations as well as the ad revenue, or would you just do one or the other?
I'm doing both. It doesn't matter. You know, people are used to the ads now.
Yeah.
They're quite fine with it, really. And you can get ad block ways. If you're really pissed with them, you can worry. But I wanted a Patreon as well.
What is that?
Patreon is really cool. I'm going to show you.
Have you ever been to Kickstarter? Oh, yeah. It's structured the same way, except that rather than giving a one-time amount, it'll give generally smaller amounts, but it's like a subscription for every paid work you do. Or if you're doing a lot of paid work, you can go monthly. So they might commit $1 or $2 or $3 or something, and you have reward tiers that you offer. Things, preferably stuff that's not going to take you a great deal of effort to put out like earlier access.
This is my online friend who I've been chatting with on YouTube.
You have goals and that kind of thing as well.
She does what I do, so it's not far out of a question for me to do any more sort of stuff. You just sort of do a rundown of the content you're creating. You know, like what we did today, you want to say why you're doing it, and you want to sort of, I guess, persuade them and be really authentic with them. You put your benefits down here. So when she gets more money, she's going to upgrade her equipment, give you guys better ASMR experience, release videos faster, 12 resources, blah, blah, blah.
Quite easy to set this up.
I'm basically just going to copy her. She's done all the work, it's good. It goes all the way to 200.
Right, what was the other thing you were saying about for the tax?
Oh yeah, you have to get an EIN from the US. Yeah, an employee identification number, I think it's the same. It's something like that. It's so that you can register with the IRS in the US that you are not to be taxed twice, because otherwise they will automatically take 40% away.
Is that for me and mine?
For anyone, yes.
Okay, then,
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. So I've got to contact
The IRS in the US. It's best to Google it, not because I don't have it on there.
Okay. I'm going to write that down.
It's the same as if it's for exchange trading, it's AW coins.
Yeah.
AW coin, I think I did PayPal as well.
It'd be great to just let contact IRS there.
Yeah, someone sees it. To not get taxed twice
Yeah.
is the motive behind that action.
I should underline that just to make sure there's no legality.
Okay. So, who's willing to sign to this agreement? I only put that in there so you can come back to it and go, yeah, I want to recommit to this. Now, this is the fun part. This is where we start our strategic plan. So, oh, you can't see what I'm saying. If you come to the back of your thing, you should probably already be looking at it. I don't think I have any visuals for this, but what I was going to show you was Social Blade is a really good way of getting these analytics, and I've put the link down there, but obviously you can't play it. Where is it? YouTube/user. Why did it make so long? There it is. This is an awesome channel, not channel, website. Just tells you some really good analytics at a glance. And like, this stuff is good for me and Will as the meetup organizers. So we can like kind of see where you're at and see your progress. So in the future, I basically want to have this as an online resource for you guys. We have started trying to set up our website, but once it's set up, we basically want to have an E-Academy. That's what the E stands for. Brisbane Youtubers E-Academy. So that's what I just came up with. Well, executive decision. We're like, what does the E stand for? What is the E? Entertainment? I'm like, E-Academy. That's what we're doing. So all this stuff in the future will be online, so it'll be accessible to all our members. And if we can get this information from you guys, we are going to be in a better position to actually help you and help you reach your goals that you've specified. So you just start with the basics: channel name, date created, which is something you can find out on Social Blade by just typing in your channel name up the top here. Takes you here. 32 videos uploaded, 653 subscribers, 134,000 entries. Gives you a bit of a grading. Not ranked very high, am I?
Honestly, well, top line.
What's that rated for though? Like soundbars or what's it?
Yeah, so it's how I stand with other channels.
What's that name though, or is it the same topic? Or?
I think it's just YouTube in general, so every other content creator. I don't think it could be categorized in music because that's my channel type. I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah.
It might be. And actually, this is another topic, but I was wondering if anyone knew how to change their channel type. Something I haven't figured out. Channel type. Anyway, I'll put that out to you. If you can figure it out, I'll buy you a drink. Or just Google it. Yeah. Well, I think I did Google it. I don't think I need to. So what we're really interested in on Social Blade is actually its ability to, where is it now? Future projections. See that thing? That button? Future projections is really cool. It may not be the most accurate thing, but at least it can give you some sort of guideline for your 6-month plan. So it actually tells you the days and how much subscriptions it thinks you're going to have. And it's my goal to actually double this year. You know what I mean? That's insulting. I'm not going to have 807 subscribers. I'm going to have like 1,807. But at least it gives you some kind of something to work with. What it actually doesn't predict is how many videos you have that you'll have. So in that total videos uploaded, you'll have to fill it out manually. But I don't know. I generally go by the 1 a week consistency. That seems to be YouTube standard. 2 a week, if you could do it, would be great. But 1 a week is good. whatever you choose, it's best to be consistent. So if you're going to say one every 2 weeks, try and stick to it, I guess. Because actually Russell was starting that conversation on our Facebook, is consistency, quality, or what was the content quality argument? I think it was. Yeah, and consistency. So they're all big factors. It's my thing would be a video every week for 6 months. I guess you got to do a bit of maths. Sorry, guys. I just also note that the first section is what you current. I should have underlined current. Record your YouTube channel's current analytics below. And then the next section is what you project in 6 months' time. This is just the basic foundation for all plans, basically. It's figure out where you're at, figure out where you want to be in 6 months' time. And there's no reason we can't have a 12-month one, but like I said, that makes it a bit too big, basically. Especially as the right technology changes. You want to keep it relatively short. And the next step from here is actually just setting out incremental routines. So if your goal is to have 60 videos uploaded in 6 months, basically you have to divide your time and work out, okay, so how many videos is that a week? How many videos is that a month? How are you going to plan out your week or your month to achieve those goals? This is why I say in the first page that there's no cookie kind of answer to a good strategy. It's all unique and individual. So you set your goals, you set your routines. I write mine up on the whiteboard. Me and Darren are massive whiteboard fans. I encourage you to get a whiteboard, nail it to your wall, put your goals. I've got like 60 days, 32 videos, and every new day I'm like, what you changing the numbers around? No, 31 videos, 59 days, blah, blah, blah. Keep going down. And there's actually a really good website. How many days till? So good. How many days till 7th grade? And then you click it. It tells you. You've got your own ticking time bomb. Is there anything?
Yeah. And CJ just had to step out for a moment. I do apologise to the audio when we come back to me, but I say it's a work in progress. Okay, so CJ's back. We'll go back to him.
You can be Google, he's got to figure it out. Start date, 14th of February. I understand. That's 6 months should be. Hey, someone beat it. August 14th. Woo! So now knowing that it's August 14th, we can say how many days till August. Okay, so we've got 180 days right now. We have 180 days to action our plan. Doable. It's doable. My goal is 32 videos. I don't know how many that is, but 1.5 a week. Yeah, that's probably about right. Because I'll go out and record one and edit probably at the same time. So if you want to record that website's a good one. If you want to just write it down. You can set it as your home page actually on the browser. Every time you open up, you just oh crap. 96 days left. I've only done this many videos.
Or you probably should think.
And then basically on the back is the first 2 weeks. So we've got 2 weeks until we meet again. If you want to come back, if this wasn't too grueling for you, and if you actually want to return, we can sort of see how much action you take and what you yeah. Yeah. So a sense of urgency about it. And actually, I think you can. It does give you links to share it and stuff. So you can put it up on your Facebook, and you can make it public as well. Yeah, okay, yeah. So if should I share it to just our group, or is it
No, you need to sign
how many days?
No.
What?
What you want is, 6 months review. 6 months review, also review the times. Yeah.
Deadline. It's serious now. But I've got to find it. And a little bit less. Okay, there we go. We have it. No excuse now. Now we know how many days we got. How's it going?
I edited the
Okay, here we go. So that brings us to the end of the Brisbane Youtubers February Meetup. Now we're here over at the Little Tokyo 2 shared workplaces at Spring Hill. Awesome venue. We really hope to see you at a future meeting. And good luck with all your YouTube and videos that you get going. All right, so we're going to say a goodbye, and look, this is us all we're here. Dave, you get in there. All right, folks. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time at Little Tokyo 2. The shared workplace is the Spring Hill for the Brisbane Youtubers Meetup. Okay, thanks for now.
It's not that way. Every person comes by.